Hey, it's episode 4 of my podcast. Welcome. I'm your host, Dayvin. Thank you for tuning in and checking out my channel, Dayvin Sports Convo, as I do my episodes weekly, Tuesdays. What day is it? Oh, it's Tuesday. Cool. And I do my game picks Wednesday night release. I try to turn them in before the NFL primetime game kicks off, so you know what to do before Thursday morning gets a rolling. But yeah, so I just want to give a news update to everybody. I'm going to the Lions-Bucks game that got flexed at 4:25 instead of 1 p.m. on Sunday. It's throwing all my plans off for a loop. But I'm excited. I thought I could get home at a reasonable time, but turns out not. But it's okay. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, the Lions take on the Bucks. I'll be there. Check out my Instagram as I'll be giving updates through it. Maybe even go live on it. We'll see. Maybe even go live on YouTube to see if hopefully YouTube allows me to do that on my mobile device. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm excited. This Sunday, I'll be there in the front lines, in the trenches for Lions fandom. And as we build this away fandom that is going to be better than the Pittsburgh Steelers or any other one you can think of, we're coming and we're representing. And I can't wait to show my face out there at Raymond James Stadium with my fellow Pride. But yeah, let's get on to it. All right. Let's start at number 32, as I have not changed some of these rankings. As you can imagine, the Carolina Panthers have not won a game, as I have them ranked 32. They're the only team that have not won a game yet. And unfortunately for them, they ran into the Detroit Lions buzzsaw as we came down 42-20. I might be wrong. No, 24. My bad. Gave them an extra 4 points. My bad. It was a blowout. I'm shocked that it even was 24. I don't even know where that came from. But, hey, Lions went in. Even though we had Gibbs out, David Montgomery showcase. He's an elite running back, a bell cow, racking up multiple touchdowns, great yards. The flea flicker to Sam Laporta is fantastic. Jared Goff, 20 for 28, 3 touchdowns. Impressive. Carolina, who am I going to name? Who am I going to talk about? Adam Thielen. He racked up some catches. Also, hey, DJ Chark made his return home to Ford Field. Hey, he had a great game. He had a nice touchdown. And that was cool to see. I love DJ Chark. I wish he was a Lion. We should have paid him. It's okay. He would have been great on our depth right now. But, hey, whatever. We couldn't pay him what the Carolina Panthers were paying him, which was a lot of money. But, yeah, so that's my ranked 32 team is the Carolina Panthers. We'll see how they improve. Coming forward, it's hard to write them in a win for the rest of the season. I don't think they'll go undefeated, or not undefeated, winless like the Detroit Lions have. And speaking of the Tampa Bay Bucks, at some points in their tenure. But, hey, Carolina, I can't write a W yet. We'll see. I mean, the team's fighting and trying. So, hey, to put up 24 points, that's something. A lot of teams couldn't even do that so far, have not done that. But, yeah, let's move on. I have the Chicago Bears at 31. I know they just got their first win of the season against the Commanders, 40-20. But you beat the Commanders. It's like, whoopity-doo. Yeah, it is. Like, you lost to the Broncos at your home, But, hey, they beat them. DJ Moore had a great night, 8 catches, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. That stat line alone could have won you any game. Let's give a little credit to Logan Thomas for the Washington Commanders, as I did put points on the board. He got a touchdown, 77 yards, 9 catches, almost 10. It was great to see him come back from that concussion. But, yeah, so that's my 32 and 31. All right. Hey, the Bears come and win. It seems strides are coming. We'll see what goes forward for them. This is the first positive sign I've seen all year for them. And it's interesting, them blowing out a team instead of getting blown out. So it was nice to see the flip around. But the Bears have something to hope for. They don't have to start the fire sale yet. So now moving on to Denver Broncos. As the fire sale rumors are peaking, I have them ranked 30. Losing to their new rival Jets because all that smack talk that Sean Payton talked to the offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett. The Jets came out with a sense of urgency to win this game. Let's see what the stat line for Denver, they put up anything. Yeah, I can't pronounce his name. Jahil McLaughlin? Might be butchered. He had a reception touchdown. Russell Wilson had a couple touchdowns. Not too impressive. But it was garbage time stuff, and they tried to make it a game. But New York beat them out. So I'm leaving them at 30. It's not too much. I think the fire sale's about to go. But Russell Wilson, that's a big contract. I don't think they can move on from that. Or Sean Payton. And those are the two that everyone's worried about, in a sense. So I don't know what the team's going to go forward. It's a hard team to gauge. But they're ranked at 30. Those are my bottom three. Now we got the 20s. Let's work on it. Ranked 29. We got the Minnesota Vikings after they had a loss to the Kansas City Chiefs at home. 27-20 Chiefs. Travis Kelce had a touchdown, 10 catches. Even though he had that injury, he came back into the game. We'll see how that goes moving forward. But the Vikings, they didn't have too much impression. Jordan Addison he had a touchdown, 64 yards. Unfortunately, Justin Jefferson went down. He'll probably be out for the next 4 weeks. And he might be longer, depending if the team can win another game. If they don't, he probably won't have the same urgency to come back, especially if the team is not in contention for the playoffs or the division, which is shaping up to be real soon, especially if they don't win their next game. Woo! That was a mouthful. But that is the truth, okay? Minnesota is on eggshell. The fire sale is about to be brewing, all right? Kirk Cousins to the New York Jets. Let's keep making it real, okay? Let's keep breathing it out there, all right? They're going to keep Justin Jefferson, and they might move on from Darnell Hunter. We'll see. But if they win, all that talk goes away. All that goes away. But as they keep losing, but hey, the Chiefs are a worthy opponent to lose to. It's a tough team. But hey, they fought them. They only lost by a touchdown. That's why they're at rank 29 instead of being the bottom of my other 1-4 teams. Now, this might be a little controversial. I have the New York Jets at rank 28. They just came off an impressive win over the Denver Broncos. But again, it's not the Denver Broncos of old. This is the 1-4 Denver Broncos that only beat the Bears. So there's a couple 1-4 teams above this New York Jets team I have, even though they have 2 wins. It's just the 2 wins they have are not impressive. Now, you know what? Sidetrack that. The 1 win against the Bills the opening week of the season is impressive as a rival team. That is it. But they haven't shown any of that since. Beating Denver Broncos isn't, ooh-wah, So I left them where they are. I think they need to beat a real opponent for me to move them up at all, even though they have a better record than some of these teams that I'm about to list. But, hey, the Jets had a good day. Breece Hall was unleashed. Okay, 22 touches, 117 yards, and a rushing touchdown. No snap count. They just let him roam free. And he had great. They need to keep doing that if they want to win games. And that's the thing. That piece right there might carry them. And, of course, everyone always says the defense. But now, I have ranked 27. I have the New England Patriots, as I've left them there before. And there's a lot of statement. And I haven't moved any of these teams. They all been here at these rankings. But the reason I have Pats over the Jets, even though the Jets have a better record than the Patriots, is the Patriots actually beat the Jets. You can take that for what you want. They did, and it was a rivalry game. So I'm going to have them above them. And the Patriots have been getting blown up by actually great teams, even though it's been like very bad losses. It was the Cowboys and the Saints, and you can view them how you want to. They're probably going to be playoff teams. Now, not top tier, but they'll be playoff teams. And getting blown up like that is a different story than like the Jets winning against the Denver Broncos. So I put the Pats there. And Mac Jones got benched again. I mean, they were shut out. I didn't even have a top performer because they didn't put a touchdown on the board. The Saints came out. The Saints look like they are back. New Orleans is back. Who dey? I don't know if I said that correctly. Hopefully a bunch of fans don't come after me with pitchforks. But yeah, moving on. All right. So at rank 26, I have the Washington Commanders. As I explained to you earlier, the Chicago Bears whooped them. So I brought their rankings down 11. I had them high because they were competitive against the Philadelphia Eagles, so I had some hope, and I thought they were going to beat the Bears. I didn't think the game would turn out like it did. I was wrong about that, and if you checked out my previous week picks, and yeah, I chose Washington based on the competition they played. And so yeah, I brought them down 11 spots. I brought them back to a whole new reality. But I think they can improve, though. But their division's tough. But once they play the Giants, still a rivalry game. If they beat that, get that under the record approved. we'll see what they go. I think this one, compared to my last teams I just listed, actually has a real shot of improving. I don't know where my hope is for them. I like Sam Howell. I do. I don't know what he's got. So far he hasn't made me not think he's good. And with what he's working around, that O-line's pretty bad. Everyone tries to give it. It's not good. Okay, it's not good. And then the run game is not good. And Logan Thomas is your best receiver out there. That's not, even though they have other better receivers like a Scary Terry, which his name is Terry McLaurin. It's just like Logan led them that day. So it just tells you how the day went. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So now for my rank 25, top 25 up, the Cardinals. I leave them right there. I didn't move them or nothing. I've had them there. They had that great win against Dallas. I think it was great. I picked them to win that. I'm still holding on to that. I'm going to leave them there even though they lost. They put up a tough fight. James Conner unfortunately went down. Marquise Brown had a decent game. He had a touchdown with 61 yards. And, we'll see who steps up for James Conner. But so the Cardinals, I have them there at 25. Now for 24, I have the G-Men. I haven't moved them. They're at 1-4. These teams are above the Jets. I feel bad. But, again, I think there's more talent on the teams right now than the New York Jets. You might think I'm crazy. But we'll see. And so I'm going to leave them there. The G-Men are only above the Cards because they beat the Cards. That's their only win as well. So that's until something flip around. We'll see how it goes. But the New York Giants actually put up a touchdown. They still lost terribly, but, they put up some type of fight. You got to give them credit for that. Unfortunately, the terrible news. Daniel Jones is out. I don't know how many weeks. We'll see how that develops. The team is having a rush of injuries on the offensive side of the ball. Saquon Barkley, we'll see how he's in better than he did the week prior. But, that's a tough skating for the New York Giants on the way up. Now, for the Cincinnati Bengals, I have them ranked 23. I left them there. They came off an impressive win, beating the Arizona Cardinals. Ja'Marr Chase came back. What we all know he can do. Ready for the stat line? 15 for 19 receptions, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And you better look up those highlights because they were awesome. And I know it's the Cardinals, but hey, Cincinnati has not looked like that all year. So, woo! Joe Burrow slinging it. Tyler Boyd was looking good, looking like he didn't get paid. But, so I have them ranked 23. They beat the Cardinals. They need a bigger opponent. We'll see how they go. We're still not moving on. Now we have the 22 Monday night loss, Green Bay Packers against the Raiders. That was a tough game to watch. Jordan Love, you can, whatever estimation you want to evaluate him. Aaron Rodgers had a tough time when he first started. Brett Favre, too. That's not me trying to give excuses. We'll see what happens. He got smoked by a real team, the Lions, and then their morale has been shaken. You have the Raiders beat you. Now everyone's thinking the Raiders have a chance to do some win streak, that their schedule is favorable. We'll see what's up. But for the Packers, it was tough. A.J. Dillon was their guy. It was like the battle of the running backs kind of. But A.J. Dillon had 20 rushes, a touchdown, 76 yards. Aaron Jones wasn't in or went down. And so we'll see what's up. That was a tough loss on Monday night. I picked them to win. I was wrong. I brought them down 9 spots because of that. I think you lose to the Raiders. I had them ranked pretty low. I shut the Raiders up because of this win. Moving on. We don't need to give them too much time. They keep losing 2 games in a row. All right, so Los Angeles Rams at rank 21. They lost to Philly. Tough fight. It's Philly, okay? So I'm not beating them up too much. I brought them down 7 spots. I know they probably had the toughest opponent out of everyone I talked about that had a loss. Dallas Goedert came out, 117 yards, touchdown. A.J. Brown, over 100 yards. Jalen Hurts, rush, touchdown. It was great. Philly beat them 23-14. Yeah, the Rams were not too impressed. Puka Nacua had a touchdown, 71 yards. Cooper Kupp was back. He had, I believe, 100 yards. Might be wrong. Let me check. Yeah. So, the receiver, Stafford's feeding him. He's got some weapons now. You give Stafford 2 receivers. 2! Not alone 1. Whew! 2! Look out. Rams are, I know they're losing right now, but look out. Okay? Might be a surprise run. Not to get too hyped. I'm not a Rams fan. I'm a Lions fan. All right, moving on. You know who I'm talking to. All right, so ranked 20. We have the Houston Texans. They just lost to the Atlanta Falcons at Atlanta. Tough game, 21-19. Tank Dell went down. I left them where they at, even though they lost. They lost to the Falcons. The Falcons aren't too, but it was a tough. They fought hard, and it came down to the last drive on a field goal kick for Atlanta to seal it. So I'm not beating up Houston too bad. I think they bounce back. And, we'll see what's up. Bijan Robinson had a great play of this whole every week getting a one-hand catch. What is happening? I mean, you just got to watch it. It's crazy. So I left them where they at. So now we have our top 20 teams. Now starting at ranked 19, we have the Las Vegas Raiders coming off an impressive win over the Packers, 17-13. Josh Jacobs had 20 rushes and a touchdown. They just keep feeding him. Devontae Adams was limited against his former team. Jacoby Myers had a touchdown. And, they were rolling. Even though the score was low, they were rolling on offense. Max Crosby, he was getting some pressures. He was wrecking it. So that team, even though the defense has some holes and the offense has some holes on the line, they got some spice. And Jimmy Garoppolo, he could take a team to the Super Bowl. I don't know, but I have them ranked 19. They have a 2-3 record. I pulled them up 7 spots as I dropped the Packers 9 in a sense to try to equal out. So moving on. We have the Tennessee Titans at 18. I left them there. Even though they lost to the rival Colts. It's the rival Colts. Even though it was Minshew Mania, not Anthony Richardson. It's Minshew Mania. He's got a name and everything. He's one of the best quarterbacks. Backups, that's now a starter. You lose to them, I can't beat you up that bad. DeAndre Hopkins had over 100 yards, multiple catches. That was their bright spot on the team. We'll see how they go going forward. Derrick Henry didn't have too much of today. Spears actually was doing great as a rookie. That was cool to see. So I'm going to leave them 18. Not too interested. They lost to the Colts, and they did. What was the actual score for them? 23-16. And letting Zach Moss just rush all over them. That's not too good. So I don't have the defense is losing me as the weeks go by. So now, ranked 17, we have the Los Angeles Chargers. They had a bye week, so not much talk there. Ranked 16, so I leave them there. I didn't move them, nothing. They're ranked 2, or their record's 2-2. Same for this next team. I got the Cleveland Browns ranked at 16. Not moving them. 2-2. Stay there. We'll see how they go. I'm not, So now, the Atlanta Falcons, they came off a win. I put them at 15. So now they're 3-2. They have a positive record. Even though they lost to Jacksonville, now they beat Houston. The AFC South opponents, they got it going. I moved them up 7 spots. So, but in Atlanta, we'll see what happens. Atlanta, they got some pieces. We'll see. I just like Jesse Bates on the defensive side of the ball, and he's a turnover machine. So I give them a chance any game. So now ranked 14, we have the Indianapolis Colts. As I moved them up 5 spots, now they have a positive record of 3-2, beating a rival Tennessee Titans. Big statement game. Zach Moss was running all over, 165 yards, 20 rushes. How many touchdowns? 2 touchdowns. Woo! Jonathan Taylor just came back, and that guy was. So now they got both of them, and then Jonathan Taylor just got his extension. So they got that whole backfield locked up. Even though the quarterback's hurt, Anthony Richardson might be out for next 3 to 4 weeks. We'll see. But Minshew Mania is a great starter, quarterback to step in. Even though he's labeled as bad, he's a starter. I know it's crazy, but based on that game against Tennessee, he was slinging it and what needed to be done for the win. And we'll see how that goes forward. So where did I lose my train? So I have him ranked 14. So at 15 down, it wasn't a bye week excuse. We literally got some winning teams here, okay, that actually came off a win. So I moved them up 5 spots. Now moving on to their rivals. At ranked 13, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars beating the Buffalo Bills at London 25-20. The Buffalo Bills look sluggish, but that's London. We'll see which team out of the Ravens, Tennessee, which one looks bad. Probably both of them because they haven't been there. Jacksonville, everyone's like, the offense is clicking, everything. They've been in London. They're fresh. Fresh versus depleted energy just coming off whatever jet lag amount of hours the flight is to London. I'm going to guess over 10 hours. I don't know what the total is, and I might be wrong on that. But still, any flight over 5 is crazy bad, long detriment. My whole day's kind of ruined. I don't want to do nothing. That's just me personally, But at 8 to 10, woo-wee, going to a different continent, yeah, that's going to have some wear on you. So, yeah, not to get distracted by that. I moved them up 8 spots. You beat the Buffalo Bills. Even though with all those excuses, what I was talking about, the jet lag and everything, you still beat the Bills. You still had to make the game plan to do so. And they did so, which was great. And I give them credit for that. But, yeah, let's see. Who's their top performer? Who we got here? Oh, yeah, Travis Etienne. Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 26 rushes, 136 yards. Woo! Yes. Everybody's talking trash about Travis Etienne. Look at him go. Who would have thought? I wasn't talking trash. So, yeah, I moved him up 8 spots. Now, at rank 12, I have the New Orleans Saints. I haven't moved them. You whooped the New England Patriots. You blew them out. Great. Fantastic. At New England. Fantastic. You did what you... Now, I didn't expect a blowout like that and to shut them out. They shut them out. They couldn't even get a point on the board. That's why I don't have a top performer. But I got to see it against better opponents. That's the thing. They lost to the Bucs the week prior, right? That was a key game. And they lost. But they beat the Pats. They're back on track. Let's see how that defense is alive and kicking. Okay? So, let's move on. Rank 11. All right. I have the Baltimore Ravens. I brought them down 2 spots because they lost the rival Pittsburgh Steelers. That was a fight. And I was wrong on that. I thought the Ravens were going to win. But it could have been a flip of a quarter. Pittsburgh didn't win to the last drive of the game with the Kenny Pickett's touchdown. And Ravens didn't have too much of an impressive day. I can't even name a top performer. I think Justice Hill was their only touchdown guy. And, yeah, it was tough. It was a defensive game for sure. And, yeah, they lost. It was tough. But I think they bounced back. But it's a rivalry game. We'll see. I mean, it's a historic rivalry. So you know how it goes. Now, for my top 10 teams, starting out at 10, it's going to be an easy one. Tampa Bay Bucks. I haven't moved them. They had a bye week. Leave them there. Positive record, 3-1. Playing against the Detroit Lions coming up. So the Bucks are a top 10 team to me. I don't know about the rest of the league. To me, when I go there as a fan to the stadium, I have respect for that fan base, for that team. That is a top-ranked team. That's a top 10 team. Okay? That's hard to do. I have a 3-1 record in the first 4 weeks of the season. I just named how many teams? 22 teams that don't have their record. I don't know if that's correct. I just named 20 teams that don't have their record. That wish they had their record. Out of 32. But yeah, so I can't talk too impressive. There's no stat line from them because they had a bye week. So now, at rank number 9, Pittsburgh Steelers. I flipped the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Flipped spots. Pittsburgh beat them. Kenny Pickett is the only top performer. Had his touchdown. Looking good. Warren actually outran Harris and had more receptions than Harris. Was looking better than Harris. What's happening with that? We need answers. But it's okay. Moving on to rank 8. We have the Dallas Cowboys. I left them there. I haven't moved them. Even though they got blown out by the 49ers, it's the 49ers. And because of this blowout, I put the 49ers at 1 and brought the Philadelphia Eagles to 2. Because of how dominant they whooped a team of this stature. Philadelphia hasn't whooped a team of this stature. Haven't, whooped. Like how the 49ers went in, demolished them. And, yeah. Cowboys, who's their top guy? What do we got here? Who did something for the Cowboys? Oh, I didn't write a top performer. So, it was a rough night. I think, what was his name? Turpin had a touchdown. And that was key for them to even be in the game of some sort. But, yeah, it was rough. I don't know what's going on with CeeDee Lamb. I guess everyone's figured him out. Man coverage. Got him locked. He's only good in zone. We'll see. The 49ers revealed something. He hasn't been good all year. So, I don't know what's going on with that. And Dak, we all know Dak's not good. Or just not a top quarterback as others. He's a great quarterback. He plays in the NFL. When I ever say someone's a bad quarterback or bad at anything at their position or anything, I'm just comparing them to the rest of the people that they're competing against. I'm not talking about me or an average person, blah, 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 like that. No, they suck up. No. I'm comparing them to the rest of the football pool of players, in a sense. So, yeah, let's move on. Now we have the Detroit Lions at rank 7. I haven't moved them. That's what I believe. I know everyone keeps wanting me to move them up. I'm going to leave them at 7. We had to. I know we beat the Chiefs week 1, but we had to beat another team of that. We got to. I mean, beating the Panthers, winless Panthers, and dominating like that was great to see, and a great revenge game after they took us out of the playoffs last year, which was great. Different staff and different team and all itself, but it was great to see Detroit do that. And not sink the bed or keep it close. We dominated. That's what we are up that percent, but I'm not moving them up yet. We have to beat someone good, and we got to see something. That Seattle Seahawks still leaves a burn. So I'm gonna leave them there, but I have, I'm freaking pumped. Okay, for this game coming up. Now at rank 6, you're gonna be kind of questioning me, but I left Buffalo Bills there. I didn't move them, even though they came off a loss and have a 3-2 record compared to the Lions' 4-1 record. I just believe the Bills are slightly better. They beat us last year at Thanksgiving. Right now, this team is pretty good. It was the London game, they just and they could have won it, and that's what's crazy. They had one last drive. They had a little more time. They could have did it. But I'm leaving them at 6. I know it's a loss to Jet. We'll see. We'll see what's up. But I'm going to leave them there. I have a little more respect for them, and I bet they bounce back. I believe they play the G-Men. I wonder who picks what in that. So, yeah. Now, rank my top 5. Okay? We're here. Top 5. We made it. Seattle Seahawks. I left them there. Bye week. They beat us. Of course, they have to be above us, and I think they're better than the Bills. I know that's crazy talk, but Geno looks good. All the receivers look good. That corner they picked at 5 from Illinois, I can't pronounce his name. It's fading me right now. Had a great game. Great start out. Great debut. Multiple tackles. Looking great. We'll see what he does. I'm glad the Lions didn't play against him. That was crazy to see. You should see him play. So, yeah. Seattle Seahawks, I'm leaving there. Now, for rank 4, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. They just beat the Minnesota Vikings. As you know, Minnesota Vikings, I have them ranked 29. It's not too impressive, and they almost lost. It was a competitive game. It was only 27-20 with Travis Kelce having a touchdown and Rashee Rice having one. But, yeah, Mahomes didn't look too great out there, honestly. And Minnesota, put up a fight. So I'm going to leave them at 4, but that's a questionable 4. I know it's just the Kansas City Chiefs. They won the Super Bowl last year. That's the only reason I have them on top 5 as of right now. Because the Lions beat them. So technically, I should have the Lions above them with the same record. That's what everyone's telling me, but I give the Chiefs a slight bit respect because they actually done it. So now, for my top 3, let's round this up. We have the Miami Dolphins. You know how I feel, okay? They just whipped the G-Men. A-Chain had a great game. 12 rushes, multiple touchdowns, 100 yards. Now he's hurt, which, we'll see. It's going to probably do 3 to 4 weeks. But the Dolphins have great running backs. We'll see Jeff Wilson come in, see what he does. But the Miami Dolphins at 4-1 after beating the G-Men. It's not too impressive beating the G-Men, but you just still did what you had to do, and you walked out with a victory. Now for rank 2, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. They beat the Rams. Rams are a great team, like how I was hyped up about them earlier. But I'm going to leave. And I brought them down a spot because they beat the Rams. The Niners beat the Cowboys. So I flipped them 2 around. I might be doing that back and forth based on who they keep beating. But they're both on their own tier, both undefeated. So I got the Eagles at 2 and the 49ers at 1. 49ers destroyed the Cowboys. George Kittle, 3 touchdowns. 3 catches out of 4. Each one is a catch, is a touchdown. Woo! Not a lot of yards, but still, it was great. It was great to see. So, yeah, that is my power rankings from 32 to 1. I covered every team. I talked about all the top performers. I gave you all your shine, even though right now, like some of your teams right now don't deserve shine. You could tell in the mainstream media they ain't getting their shine. Okay? So, I'll keep doing this on a weekly basis. Tuesdays for you after the Monday night game. Tune in and check it out. I'm also going to do my game picks tomorrow. Check that out. For week 6. Hopefully it helps you and make your decisions on what teams are going to win. Right now my record is 27-19. I've improved from 19-13. I went 8-6 last week. So you can take it as you was. I'm been on a positive record and I'm rolling with it. I am rolling with it. But yeah. So, and then also my other now, I'm going to be at the Bucks game. Woo! I'm going to be tailgating. I'm going to check out my Instagram, Dayvin Sports Convo. You're going to see a lot of content. Hopefully I can go live on my YouTube. If not, I'll go live on my Instagram. And if not, well, Matt, you're going to get those videos as soon as the touchdown. It's going to be a celebration. It's going to be a tough game. I don't know what I'm going to expect, Hopefully it's cold. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for. I got my bucket hat. I should be okay. All right. But thank you all for checking this out. I appreciate your all's time. And, I'm Dayvin, and I'll be your host on this channel for whatever amount of time. And, thank you all again for checking me out. And hopefully you subscribe and send me to whatever person you want me to interview. I'm ready to go. But, well, bye.